We continue now in Artlantis Studio offering other presentation modes: the panorama, the VR object, and animation. Let's start with the panorama. What is a panorama, in fact? It's a virtual tour of your project you can share through the web or any mobile device. Artlantis integrates the iVisit technology, which allows you to calculate the final panorama in multiple formats. You'll have a WebGL format, a Flash HTML format with a Flash player attached, and a PNO format compatible with any mobile device platform. On these devices, you'll need an iVisit Viewer app you can download from the different app stores for free. And how do you set a panorama? It's very easy. I have a panorama node by default, and I can start to navigate right in the preview. In the 2D window, you can see that the so-called node has a different outlook, and I can duplicate it by holding down the Alt key and dragging a second node. In the drawer, a new entry appears, and with a double click, I can change its name to Kitchen, for example. In the 2D window, I'll create a third node, which will be called Living Room. We already have an example of a panorama with 3 nodes. Each node has a little arrow which helps us to set the first image in the moment we switch to that node. The same we have to adjust the arrow for the node Kitchen. The first node will always have a red arrow because it will point the view we will see when we open the panorama for the first time in a browser or on our mobile device. Just to finish the panorama settings, we can also link nodes. This can be done very easily by clicking inside the blue circle of a node and dragging a virtual line into the other node's blue circle. The link has been created, and if we change the camera, we can even control this link in the preview. When it appears in the preview, you can click on it and continue the navigation in that linked node. The other nodes can be linked the same way in the 2D window. Drag the line and simply drop it inside the blue circle, and you can link the other node too if you wish. With this, the panorama settings are almost done. We can now close the 2D window. I can complete my panorama with a plan view I previously prepared in the parallel views. This small list from the inspector allows me to check the name of the parallel view I wish to add. In the final panorama, it will contain the position of the nodes, and they will act as active links. I can then choose one of them and continue my virtual visit based on that. Just to finish the panorama, we'll need to launch the final calculation. I click on the camera icon to open the dialog of the rendering settings. On a PC, in the Navigation tab, I can see the output format of a panorama, which is HTML. Nice examples of Artlantis panoramas can be seen at artlantis.com or iVisit3D.com. You're welcome to visit these galleries. The iVisit3D technology is also associated to the VR object. This presentation mode suits mostly exteriors and volumes. In this case, the building stays still, and the camera moves on a huge sphere around the model. The preview allows me to navigate the same way I'll do in the final VR object. It looks very pixelated now, which won't be the case in the final presentation. That will be calculated very accurately and precisely with all textures, shaders, lights, and various effects. If we open the 2D window, we can see how the camera is represented and the path on which it moves. Depending on our settings, in side view we'll find the same circle or semicircle for the camera path, showing that it rolls on this spherical surface. The number of steps for the camera, in other words, the number of images, can be edited here in the inspector with these 2 settings. Here you'll also find, for your information, the total number of images resulting from a given number of camera steps. Because of the iVisit3D technology, the output will be identical to that of panoramas. Such VR objects can be viewed the same in any internet browser or any kind of mobile device. And with this, we've finished our short review of the iVisit3D technology found in Artlantis 6.